So this is the weekly Forex market review, where I'm going to be going over all of the pairs that I have a look at when I'm trading. I'm going to be going over the pairs that I put in my blog as well. Not in as much detail, but I will be going over them. If you want to see the ones that I go in more detail on, just head over to the blog and I'll put all the details in there, put screenshots, text, figures, and you can have a look at that. Starting off on GBP AUD on the weekly. This is a trade that could happen next week. It's a long position with the fib and the zone. You can see here that it's an uptrend, and if we go into the lower time frame, you can see 50% retracement. This zone right here, it's touched here, bounced here. Could be quite a nice trade. I'll go into more detail on this pair on my blog. GBP CAD was a trade, missed it though. Looks like a nice trade, to be honest, but the stop loss could be quite large because price could have come back up, not only taking out this high but also taking out this high, because it's still in this range. And having a stop loss all the way up here when you're taking a position here to only make a tiny amount isn't really worth it. But looking back on it, if you got in here and the stop loss was here, trade here, it's a nice trade. GBP NZD looks like it's broken out. Nothing really there, to be honest. It's in the middle of a range. GBP JPY, same. GBP USD, same. Could have been a nice trade, but missed it. Euro AUD, this is one that I talk about in the blog. Nice trade that I'm currently in now. Uptrend on the 4 hour. We've got this zone right here. Price came down, I got in. It's come up into a decent area after a bullish candle and just reversed. So it's looking okay at the moment. It depends on what happens on Monday. I don't trade on Mondays, but this could be still a decent trade. Euro GBP could have been a nice trade if you got in here. Euro JPY, this is one that I talk about in the blog. This is probably the best trade in next week. You can see this area here, touch, big wick, touch, come back down, coming back up. We've touched it once. The fib levels are really nice as well. So 618 right here at this point. So if we come up, touch this area again, I'll be entering that trade. Also in that zone of overbought, oversold, just. So yeah, that could be a nice trade for next week. Euro CAD, nothing really happening here. It's tiny candlesticks, not doing much. Euro NZD, not in this trade, but I've marked it because it could be quite a good trade in a week or two. Got a zone here, uptrend, but we've broken it, so it depends on what happens over the next few weeks. But if we get some consolidation around this level, we could move higher, which could be quite good. Euro USD, nothing really there, to be honest, in the middle of a zone. USD CAD, same, could be a zone here, and it could be a trade. USD JPY, not really looking to trade anything there. Yeah. If you want to have a look at the trades Euro JPY, Euro AUD and GBP AUD in more detail, you can on the blog. Again, I go into more detail about it on there, and you can see more reasoning. I talk about the RSI, I talk about fib levels, stuff like that. So if you want to go and have a look at that, you can, and I'll see you next week.